So what was I doing at the Maroon 5 event that was in Bombay? And how am I associated with it? And how did I get the gig? Okay, wait. This might be a long story, so let me put my camera on a tripod and then I'll get talking. Okay, shit. We were not recording, guys. I have been speaking for almost 5 to 8 minutes right now, but okay. How do we start? How do we start? Okay. Now that I already spoke, I have a much better, pace and much better story to narrate. Okay, let's put it that way. Yeah. Okay, so how did we start? How did we start? Yeah. So there's this guy Manan. Manan is the founder, I think, the main guy at Moron Media. I did stumble upon him around 3 to 4 months ago, and that was regarding a project for Eclipse Nova. So basically, he wanted to get me on board with Moron Media as a freelancer. And Eclipse Nova is one of the biggest clients of Moron Media, and he wanted me to, you know, uh, travel around with Eclipse and do his edits and all that. But due to some reasons, I had to back off on that. Basically, that was much more than a part-time job, more of a full-time hybrid kind of thing. So managing college with that wasn't completely what I was looking for. So okay, months passed by, and then suddenly Manan calls again, and he says ki Hardik, there's this particular event of Maroon 5 happening in Mumbai. He wants me to get on board for it. I'm like, all ups, big thumbs up. I anyhow was really looking forward for projects, and suddenly a good one popped up, right? That too, Maroon 5 event. So after a few more conversations, I did realize that he didn't wanted me to cover the event, but it was more of a pre-event and post-event kind of thing. So, ठीक है, I was still on board, and then I got to know about, no, at least that's what I interpreted, was that he wanted me to cover a BTS sort of thing for the entire setup. And let me tell you guys, BTS is on the easier front because you don't have much stakes on it. I mean, अगर कोई एक shot miss भी हो जाए, then we aren't losing much over there, right? So I thought that's a pretty easy task. ठीक है, कर सकते हैं. And then that was the reason I was not much bullish on the negotiation front. So we spoke about it, we talked, and then I think I agreed upon an offer of 40K. I know 40K sounds really good, but 40K was for 6 days, 6 days of continuous preps, and then mostly it was also inclusive of the 2 day D setup that the crew would have done. But okay, that was the thing. 40 to 45K was the quote price that we agreed upon, and then I got on board. The thing started. I mean, yeah, the thing started, and me being completely unprepared about what kind of shoot this was about to be. Me, so I just carried my regular setup and I went there on the grounds. Boy, was I wrong. It was complete peak Mumbai summers. Open ground, no stage, no shade. And there I had to shoot. I had no glasses, I had no cap, no sunscreen, nothing. And luckily I had the ND filter, but that didn't help either because luckily I had the ND filter, so the camera was fine. But yeah, that was a really tough day one for me. And ठीक है, मैंने अपने हिसाब से ले लिए shots and all. And the worst part was the entire thing was a dry barren land, so lots and lots of mud, gravel, and it was completely about that. So ठीक है, the first day happened, it was fine. Second day, I go back on the shoot, and the shoot timings, for your reference, and the shoot timings, for your information, were 10 to 6. So yeah, that was pretty long. But okay, second day in, I go, and there I meet Zeus. Zeus is the video production head of Book My Show across India. So he's someone with a very high profile. And That's something that I didn't know. I was very, very casual with him, and I think that's where I messed up. So I meet to Zeus, I talk to him, and then I show him the day one foot. I had to show him the day one footages, but वो backup कहीं और चला गया था, and day one footages were uploaded on Playbook, but Playbook didn't open right when I was sitting with him to show him the footages. So that was a bad impression on me. And okay, I did talk to Zeus about confirming what kind of shots he wanted from me. We spoke, and that's where the glacier broke. That's where the ice broke. No, I don't mean the general sense of ice breaking. That's where the bridge fell. Zeus, upon talking to Zeus, I realized that this was more of a setup tour, setup shoot video, more of a setup shoot. So basically, they had called 4 to 5 foreign crew members to do the entire setup on foreign standards, and those members are gonna take assist art and those members are gonna take help from the Indian crew members, and they're gonna set the entire stage and preparations for this. Now what they wanted me to cover was how the foreign members are doing the thing. That would mean how they are tightening the bolts, where they are placing the bolts, where they are placing the rods, what is the entire process that they are going through, what are the boxes that they have ordered, what कौन से डब्बे से क्या निकाल रहे हैं, कहाँ लगा रहे हैं, कौन सा डब्बा कहाँ रख रहे हैं, everything. Let me tell you guys, this is a very very hard job, especially for a one man to do. क्योंकि अगर आप देखो स्टेज बिल्डिंग के टाइम there are several things happening at once. So two crew members are over here, two crew members are over there, ये लोग कुछ कर रहे हैं, ये लोग कुछ कर रहे हैं, and I was just one person on set, completely new about the completely shocked about the new brief. But okay, then I talk about it, and then I go ahead with the day 2. We complete the day 2, and that's when I get back to the PG. I talked to Manan about this, and I did ask for an increase in my overall salary because the working hours were very long. The climate was very harsh, and the brief got changed up completely. So we settled upon 50 to 65K or somewhere like that. I think it was 55K. I did quote directly about 65K because that meant around 6 days plus 3 days work. That's completely 9 days, and 9 days. My usual working charges per day were around 7 to 8K. So 9 into 7K does go to 963. Yes, and then they also wanted me to edit the final videos, but okay, we couldn't land on the 65K thing, but I think 55K was the final target. तो हो गए बाकी के 2 4 5 6 दिन हो गए. It was harsh. It was one of the toughest projects that I've ever taken. I really am not sure if I did deliver it right, if I did deliver it wrong, कि footage कैसी आई है पता नहीं, क्योंकि this was definitely on the harder front. I mean, I constantly had to zoom in, I constantly had to run from here, there, everywhere to cover the entire thing. ठीक है, the 6 days happened, and then it was the event night. I think the event went pretty well, and they called me up right after the event because that was when the scheduled D setup was about to begin. So it was 10 in the night. I went to the stage area. I went to the entire area. For your information, guys, this is in, I forgot the name. I think it's Prabhadevi Race Course, and that is almost 15 to 20 kilometers far from my place. So रात के 10 बजे I take a local, I go over there. फिर वहाँ जाके I see all the people going out of the entire zone, going out of the entire event area, and I was the only one entering it. And ठीक है, I entered. I waited for the Book My Show members that कोई मिलेगा, and then I asked them कि कब हो रहा है D setup, and then I start the shoot and everything. But after half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, I get to know कि D setup आज नहीं हो रहा है, कल करेंगे. So they didn't wanted me today, they wanted me tomorrow. Fine, bad on Manan and Book My Show's front again. Sorry guys, but yeah. So I get back home. I think it's 12:30, 1:30 in night. I get back home. I go back the next day, and guys, all of this was happening when I had my final end term exams of first year in college on that event day. So it was all really, really messed up, and I had my sister Ishika come to Mumbai from back home as well. So my time was completely divided between spending time with her, doing the shoot, backing up all the footages and all that, and then studying for exam, and then actually even writing the exam. So this was a really, really tough time, पर ठीक है कर लिया. And then the final 2D setup days, I had exams, and the exam timing were 8 to 12, 12:30. So I had spoken to Manan already about this, and then we hired another guy who helped me for those 2 days, and he covered the event up until 1:30 until I get back from my exam hall, and then I took it from there from 1:30 to 5:30, 6:30 in the evening. Okay, so basically, the project is almost done. The footages are still with me. I did send them a playbook link, but just for them to arrange the entire thing, but it's still not done. I just have the 10,000 rupees advance payment given. Kyunki I have not yet edited the final film, and they said that they will be sorting the footages out according to the nomenclature of the things that they want, but we have constant delays from them. I think they're busy on the Coldplay event right now, तो इसलिए पर ठीक है. So this was a really, really good experience. Really, really harsh one, but one of my biggest projects. I think 50, 55K for one project. I have never earned this much. So yeah, this is a good experience for me, and I'll just take things positively from here. So okay guys, the memory card died out, but let me know if you guys felt this entire thing was honest, and if you would love to hear more such small bits and episodes from me. I would love to share out my stories and how I get going to where I am gonna go. All right, bye, see you.